Hey y'all, and welcome back to Malika on the Move. Today we are here to talk about food, specifically products that you cannot find here in Merida, products that you will find seasonally, but maybe the cost has been jacked up unnaturally high because it's an import, or products that you can find on a regular basis, but still the price is a lot higher, and maybe you might want to consider bringing some of these things with you if they're a necessity for you. One of my subscribers commented on another video of mine when I showed the things that I brought back from a visit to the US, and they said they didn't know that they could bring those things to Mexico. And yes, under certain circumstances, there are some things that are restricted, but yes, you can bring some food items into Mexico. So today, that's what we're gonna talk about. Okay, here comes the disclaimer. Gotta have it, right? Let me say that the majority of us that are moving to Mexico come to learn the culture, to embrace the culture, to have a better quality of life. That means more exercise, better financial management, changing your lifestyle in terms of your eating habits, eating better, eating healthier foods, all of those things. That's our intention. However, there's no shame in wanting what you want, in liking what you like, or not liking what they have to offer. And if you have the available financial resources to go back to wherever your country is every few months and restock, there's no shame in that. And if you don't have the financial resources to go back to your country to restock every few months or once a year, there's no shame in that either, okay? For somebody to say that if you come here and you just gotta have these American products, that means you're not adapting to culture, you're not fitting in here well in Mexico, you're not in the US anymore. Don't listen to that. That's judgment. And we are not here, we shouldn't be here to judge other people based on their choices. I like what I like, and I'm gonna have what I like however I need to go about getting it, okay? And there's no shame in that. There really is. There's no shame in somebody coming here not having enough money to do anything other than just eat the tacos and stuff every day, even if they don't like it. They have to learn to like it. There's no shame in that. Do you. Everybody just do you. That's the whole premise of that. Okay. So there are several different grocery store chains here in Merida. There's also Costco and there's also Sam's Club. More specifically, in areas where there's a lot more foreigners, they will have more imported products. Some of them they'll have all the time, but the prices can be jacked up. Some of them they'll only have seasonally, like around Thanksgiving or something like that. And then some of them you can also find in Costco or Sam's Club or Walmart randomly, meaning they just appear throughout the year for no rhyme or reason. They just show up. So there's a Facebook page. It's called Merida Food Hunt. I would definitely join that group, because what people will do is they will ask, I need, fennel seed, just say, for instance. And somebody will say, well, I seen fennel seed in this store, in this location. Or they don't have fennel seed, but they have this and it's like fennel seed. I don't know, whatever. Or people will go in a store and they'll see a product that people may have been looking for, or that typically isn't found here, that all of a sudden appears, and they'll take a photo of it and they'll say, hey, look what I found, and it's at this store at this location. So then you'll know, jump in your car or your Uber and run to that grocery store and pick that up. And the same with Costco and Sam's Club. They would just randomly put something in the store that maybe people have been looking for quite a long time and no one can find it here, and then all of a sudden it appears. So that is a very valuable Facebook page that you want to go to. Again, it's called Merida Food Hunt. Now, there is a store. I think it's up by Progresso. I don't think it's open every day. You'll have to look on Facebook as well. It's called We the North, WEE, the North. And they bring in imported products that they think foreigners may want or people have been asking for. But once again, the prices are going to be up there. But, sometimes, like I said, no judgment. If you want it, you want it, okay? So let's get into some of these products. Spices. If you like Cajun spices like Slap Your Mama or Old Bay or that Tony Chaka somebody or whatever his name is, you better bring it because they don't have it here. Lowry's. They do have Lowry seasoned salt here. It's not easily found all the time, and it is pricier than what you're going to find in the U.S. when you do find it. Poultry seasoning, you will not find that here. If you use that in your dressing, you better bring it. Sage, same thing. Now, I bought sage from Amazon. That's another thing. Be very careful buying things from Amazon because the price is going to be really high. I had to buy this big old Badia sage, and to be honest, it worked for that moment, but it just didn't taste right. If you use it like celery seed, they don't have that here. If you use it, I would bring it. Those packets, not everybody knows how to make homemade gravy or don't want to. So your gravy packets, they may have some brown gravy here or onion gravy, I'm not sure. I haven't seen it, but even if they don't, you better bring some of your gravy packets. They don't weigh anything. You can just bring them. And, they have those packets that have that marinade as well. You can bring those, or chili mix, or sloppy Joe mix, or beef stroganoff. There's a whole plethora of those little packets, seasoning packets. Just bring them. Fish fry, like if you use the Louisiana fish fry, the Cajun, or the seasoned, or the beer batter, or whatever, bring it. They don't have it. Hot sauces. They have no. They have Frank's Red Hot Sauce. They have local hot sauces, but they don't. If you're stuck on Crystal or Louisiana hot sauce and you just gotta have that, you need to bring it because they don't have it. They have Tabasco. They do not have Miracle Whip. I don't like mayo. I like Miracle Whip. So if you like Miracle Whip, you need to bring it because they don't have it. Barbecue sauces. So here they carry Kraft. Not all of the flavors. They carry Hunt's, and not all the flavors, of course. And then every now and then you'll find some Sweet Baby Ray's and KC Masterpiece, and the price is up there, and there's still not all the flavors. If you got a special barbecue sauce you want, you should bring it, like a local barbecue sauce or open pit. I remember the old days. My daddy used to use open pit a long time ago. That's before they started coming out with all these different barbecue sauces. But he still would doctor it up. But yeah, if you like what you like, bring what you like, because all you're going to find is a few barbecue sauces. Jiffy. Jiffy is iffy. You can find Jiffy specifically more readily around Thanksgiving. You can find Jiffy sometimes during the year. Now, for the Jiffy, the prices aren't too bad, but Cartet's wife, we bought a bunch of Jiffy around the Thanksgiving holiday. Cartet's wife said all her boxes were full of bugs. Some people say, just put it in the freezer, sift the bugs out and use it. Some people don't want to do that. I brought a bunch of Jiffy with me. If you like Martha White cornmeal to make your cornbread dressing or your cornbread for your beans, bring it, because they don't have it. Now, they have Bob's Red Meal products, not all of them. They have polenta. It ain't the same. And you would think all of this corn that they have, now maybe they have some type of Mexican brand cornmeal that you can make cornbread with, rather than tortillas or whatever, but I don't know. I just know, like I said, you like the brands you like, so bring it. Grits. Lord, if you like grits, you better bring them, y'all. You better bring your grits. Because you ain't going to find no grits here. And that's any time, okay? Maybe you can eat some polenta. If you need grits, you need grits. Cranberry sauce. Speaking of, now that we're talking about dressing, cranberry sauce is something that you can find seasonally. Sometimes you're going to find the whole berry cranberry sauce. You're not going to find the jelly roll that you slice. It depends. Sometimes you will find the jelly roll that you slice. I just found some a couple months ago because it was left over from the holiday season. It was going to expire soon, but they were selling it in Walmart. But I brought cranberry sauce from the U.S. too, so that I can have it because, you know, in certain cultures, typical foods that people think about on Thanksgiving, you know, candy yams and cornbread dressing and cranberry sauce and stuff like that is only for like holidays. We eat that on a Tuesday, every Tuesday, or 3 Tuesdays out the month or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's like a regular meal, like a Sunday meal or Sunday dinner for us. Certain salad dressings, if you got a preference, they have wishbone, Italian. There's a couple other salad dressings here, but like there's not a big selection. One of my friends couldn't find any salad dressing that she really liked. She said even what she bought tasted funny, because you got to remember certain products don't have the same chemicals or whatever they put in. I don't know. Anywho, I brought back some garlic expressions. I really like that. If you like Paul Newman, if you like Wishbone, if you like Kraft, and there's a special one that you just really like, a raspberry vinaigrette or a Thousand Island or a Green Goddess. I don't know if anybody eats that anymore. We had to eat that as a kid. It was pretty good. Bring it. And in terms of beans, one, baked beans, you're not going to find them. You better bring your Bushes, your Campbell's, your whatever. Pork and beans, baked beans, you better bring them because you won't be having them here. And dry beans. Okay, so they have black beans, they have pinto beans, and they have lentils and some other white bean. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's garbanzo beans. But if you like black-eyed peas, butter beans, or aka lima beans, or red beans, you better bring them. I just brought back some red beans this trip yesterday for Cartet's wife, Kim, camellia beans. And I brought some before for me, and I made some red beans and rice, and it was just wonderful. So yeah, you want to bring your beans. Now, in terms of soup, now if you're looking for Campbell's Chunky Soup, they don't have it. If you like Progresso soups, they don't have it. Let's just say maybe you want a minestrone or Italian wedding soup, or what is that, tortilla soup or something like that, or clam chowder, or, oh my goodness, the Progresso tomato basil soup is the bomb with a grilled cheese sandwich. They don't have it. Maybe you might just want to bring one can for a special occasion. Maybe it's one day that you're just feeling down and depressed, and you know a bowl of tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich is going to cheer you up and get you over the hump. So you might want to bring it. Tomato paste. The little cans of Hunt's or Contadina, they ain't got it, but they do, in a sense. So on that Merida Food Hunt page, all of a sudden somebody posts a photo and it's like, look what Costco got. Randomly, all of a sudden. And of course, it's not a regular stock item. Why they stocked it, I don't know. Maybe people were asking, but it was a case, and I think it was Kirkland brand, of the little cans of tomato paste. So that's one of those products that may or may not appear. It's not easily and randomly found. There may be a Mexican similarity or variety that's very similar, but if you want a certain brand or use stuff that you just know is going to be what you want it to be, bring it. Same thing with vegetables in the can. They got 3 kinds of vegetables in the can here: corn, peas, and mixed vegetables. That's it. You're not going to find any other kind of canned vegetables that I know of, that, because I've looked. During the wintertime, when it was the season for those, I found some wonderful looking string beans that, you got to snap them and cook them. And I cooked them and I froze some, and it was just wonderful. And I was happy as a bug in a rug, right? But when they're not in season, or they are in the grocery store and they all shriveled up looking nasty, you just want to pop open a can of Del Monte green beans and doctor them up and have them for dinner. They don't have them. Now, in the freezer section, I do not know, because I don't really go in the freezer section because I don't have a car. And I just think that by the time I buy something frozen and wait for my Uber or my DD and get home in this heat, it's going to be unfrozen, then it gets refrozen, then it has ice on it or freezer burn, and I just don't want to do all that. So I don't buy anything from that section. And collard greens, I'm not going to find those. So if you can tolerate glory greens or that Sylvia lady, and you want to doctor them up because you just got to have some greens, then you might want to bring some of those too. If you have kids, or if you want to bake, let's just say you want to bake a box cake and you like to put Jell-O pudding in your cake to make it moist. Or you have kids and you just want to make an easy dessert for them to have a treat, some chocolate pudding with whipped cream on it or something. They don't have Jell-O pudding here. You need to bring it. And also in terms of baking, buttermilk. You're not going to find buttermilk in the freezer. You're not making no buttermilk biscuits, buttermilk pancakes, or putting buttermilk in your cakes, or frying chicken with buttermilk. They ain't got it. But in the U.S., if you bake and use buttermilk, there's a buttermilk powder in a can that you can get. I can't think of the manufacturer. You should bring it. And regardless of what people will tell you, Google it and you'll figure it out. When you take heavy whipping cream and you just beat it in your mixer, and then it separates homemade butter and that liquid is buttermilk, yes, but it's not interchangeable. That is not the same buttermilk that you find in the grocery section in the cooler, because that's cultured buttermilk. It is not that buttermilk liquid that come off of that butter or come off out of that heavy cream. It's not the same, and it is not it's not interchangeable in your baked goods. So you might want to bring that buttermilk powder. And that brings me to vanilla extract. Now, you'll have some people that'll say, I heard Mexican vanilla's the best. Google it. Mexican vanilla beans are not typically vanilla beans. Vanilla comes from Zanzibar, it comes from Madagascar, and they are 100% vanilla bean, that long black dried up bean thing, right? Here they will use a lot of bean from the tonka tree. And those beans, one, right, they're not vanilla beans, they're a whole nother species, totally not even related. Two, they contain a substance called coumarin. Coumarin is a blood thinner. It is what is broke down, the warfarin breaks down into coumarin in your body if you're on blood thinners. Coumarin, warfarin, Xarelto, whatever you take, right? That is banned, I think, in every country except for Mexico. You don't want to mess with that. So if you buy Mexican vanilla, always check the label really good to see if it is 100% made from vanilla beans. And to me, the other stuff don't taste right anyway. Just buy you some McCormick vanilla extract and call it a day. Bring it in your suitcase. And off of the food topic, deodorant, antiperspirant. They got this stuff called Rexona. They got Dove. But like Degree, Lady Speed Stick, Suave, Secret, they don't have that. If you need one of those brands, you need to bring it. The same with some of your hair products. They have A lot of different hair products. Primarily what you'll find in terms of hair grease is Cantu. You may find some Moroccan oil, or that it's a coconut oil brand. I can't think of the name of it, but you may find that. But if you need any other type of hair product, you might want to think about bringing that. Ask around, ask people, do they have it, have they seen it, before you bring it, so you'll know. And meaning, or whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. If there's a product that you want to know, do they carry, if I can help you, leave it in the comment section. I'll let you know if they have it or not, and whether or not you should bring it. And then in terms of the customs, did I talk about that? I don't even know. I've been talking, I don't even know. But if I didn't, just check the customs website on what you can bring and what you can't bring. Something that is restricted means it just need to be inspected. You can still bring it. Something that is prohibited, well, don't bring it. Don't even try it. But I've brought in cornmeal, beans and nuts and seeds and granola bars and all that other garbage. So yeah, some stuff is just prohibited. You cannot bring in the country. Don't try it. Like I said, there's a lot of products here that you can substitute for things at home. There's a lot of products you're just not going to find a substitution to save your life, and you have to make do without it because you can't bring it, like collard greens, fresh. They ain't got Cool Whip. So you can't bring Cool Whip over here, and they don't have it. You can make whipped cream, and you can buy, there is that stuff, you know, but other than that, if you need Cool Whip, you can forget it. They don't have ready-made, like Pillsbury pie crust, ready-made. They got graham cracker crust, but they do not have the pie crust that's in the freezer section. So you need to learn how to make pie crust if you want to make a pie. Sweet potato pie, better learn how to make pie crust, because you won't be eating sweet potato pies. They got sweet potatoes, but you won't be eating sweet potato pies if you don't know how to make pie crust. So I hope this was helpful to y'all. And until we meet again, keep moving as always. Bye, y'all.